Welcome everybody. You hear the time ticking down as we head into this beautiful lobby. And we head into Belgium. Our track tonight. First race of the night, we have two of them this time, is most likely contenders for Challenger tier in the next season, as we have quite a few newcomers, and yeah, they are here to prove themselves on the battleground. And well, I don't know, the game sometimes seems to be a little bit dark for me, but I think we can live with that. Maybe it's because the weather is bad here, no, it seems to be dry. Anyways, 12 drivers, almost everyone here is entirely new. Bonjour, Mr. Yellemelle, it's been a long time. Glad that you found your way back, and excited how you're gonna do today. That's gonna be very interesting to see how this is gonna happen. I think the favorites in this race should probably even be... Ethan should be very decent, Yellemelle as well. I don't know much about Istandu. I have never seen Stanny race, so that's gonna be interesting. See that Clay is the first driver to get out on the track. Well, it's definitely looking a little bit dark here, but yeah. We're gonna see where these drivers are going to be, as quite a bunch of them are Sundays players from Rocket Sundays that have joined the competition recently. I would dare to say 50% of this, as Bad as Ginger Ninja, Stanny Clay, Goldfish, Lil Pace and Percy, I think make up 50% of the race. Of course, they are pretty new to F1, so have been a little bit away from the competition with the big guys. But in this environment where they match up against drivers of their potential strength, they should be quite alright. Bonjour tout le monde, est-ce que... comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci beaucoup. And let's stop with French, because I can't really say more than that. Je m'appelle Sébastien. Oh oui, I doxed myself. Well, Clay is making place for Little Pace. A Little Pace on his way to the first hot lap. No management for me yet, but let's go Goldfish. Yeah, Gimp unfortunately didn't make it, otherwise we would have had 13 competitors in this tier, and Elite is actually pretty stacked tonight with 17 or 18, if I remember right. But yeah, 12 drivers are quite alright. Remember, we drive 25% in Challenger with an 80-minute qualifying. And in Elite, we're going to be enjoying a 50% race around these beautiful streets. Even though they are not streets, it's a racetrack. But yeah, I think especially this one is going to be super excited. We have new drivers coming in with Nico. Oh my god. Yeah, that was a little bit of a corner cut maybe. With Nico and Crew. Or KRU. And yeah, no clue how and where they're gonna be. Their times were quite decent on the sign up. But yeah, since we've never seen them race, they are here with us in Challenger as well, at least for this week. Blaze has a shout in Elite if he stays clean. Also interested to see where Fabian Bicorps rank pace-wise. Yeah, definitely. Fabian's last weekend, of course, probably been scratched away from his memories already. As there was not the performance he was probably looking for. And yeah, Bike Ops, I mean, he had his moments. But yeah, I'm curious about that as well. Especially you, probably gonna be taking over 2 teams in Elite and 1 in Challenger. We'll have to figure where to seat your drivers. I'm sorry, I am a little bit sick. Getting lost in the thickness. Well, Estandu, in the meantime, has set the best lap by far, as Clay's lap has been decently slow. Let's jump over to someone else. Ginge is just coming through these last turns as well here, followed by Percy, I think, in the back. And can almost beat the best lap time. Percy's not quite far behind neither, and Yellamella is the one. The first real improvement. Ethan? Let's go with the AlphaTauri. First hot lap for him, I reckon. We'll run into some traffic on the main straight, but if he's lucky, everyone makes plays quite nicely as long as they are on the straight. Yeah, it seems like Yellamella is moving to the side. He's thinking about getting some slipstream, but ultimately I doubt that he would have won much time. Now, next up is gonna be the McLarens. Let's see when he's gonna catch them. He's looking quite decent so far through Sector 1 and 2. For a fleeting, glorious moment there, Clay was the fastest driver in Challenger. Hope you get well soon. Ah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. That lap felt awesome. Ah, yeah, I mean, it is a good lap. I think it's a little bit off pace still. I have heard people that can set 141s. But, yeah. This is Challenger, of course, and in this competition you're doing quite well, I think. See. Yikes, Stanny. 157. Phew! Yeah, I think this might be one of his first races overall. I mean, Goldfish did goof his lap a little bit as well. 152 is not really where he can be. Can certainly be better. Double yikes Goldfish, yes, indeed. No, not Estandu. Ethan is gonna be interesting. Estandu has already set a good lap. Just narrowly behind Percy, and Ethan will slot in immediately behind Estandu. As so far, I am quite happy with his seating, as all drivers are somewhat close together, as Ginge. He had a second hot lap attempt and just smashed the best time. Half a second quicker than Yellamella so far. And quite a few of the drivers are still out there, even though their tires are old. KRU, that's gonna be a problem. Crew is coming in. Yeah, did quite decent. I think Nico just completed a second hot lap to grab himself that P3. But yeah, I think we will have a little bit Ginge on pole. Yeah, we will have a little bit of a downtime here now, as everyone should come in. Okay, I think Stanny's just continuing with his already worn tires a little bit. Well, who's that coming out there? That's not Little Pace, that's Estandu again. So it's gonna be quite interesting to look at. Let's see if there's someone else. Is he on an in-lap? Yeah, 0 ERS likely to be on an in-lap here, Ethan. Lil Pace coming into the pits. I assume the McLarens are coming into the pits as well. They should be coming into the pits. If not, they might need a coach. I'll be taking over all the Rocket Sundays teams. Ooh, my. That could have been a little bit of damage. So yeah, Estandu and Yellamella on outlaps. I think we will watch Estandu a little bit, and then once he's finished his lap, we will head over to Yellamella. Oh dear, whoopsie. Oh yeah, I assume that is because of the little tap in the wall. I mean, fortunately you didn't DNF there. That would have been quite sad. Clay is on an outlap as well, driving a bit slow though, to not run into Estendu on his hot lap. Estendu is quite slow too, looking that he's absolutely not gonna have traffic when he goes in the next hot lap, but I think he will have Baddis and Lil Pace beat. Someone tell Stanny he has to pit, please. Yeah, as said, Herb, they need you. They do need you. I think Clay has put on his old tires for his second stint as well. So, Well. I think Yellamella is on the go as well now. I don't know if that was... is that Stanny? Stanny has no fuel. Someone tell him... Or does he have fuel? Oh, they're making the tow. Tell me they're making the tow. That would be cool. Back to Estando for now. We will... Okay, never mind. They're not doing the tow. I don't get what Stanny's doing there. Estando though seems to be on a quite decent attempt. Has his teammate up in front. Might benefit a little bit from some slipstream down through Sector 3. And Purple Sector 2, very well driven then. Needs to make up about a second to get on P1. Well, I don't know again if purple sectors indicate personal bests or overall bests. They should indicate overall bests, but in past F1 games that has not always been the case. So it was likely not an overall best, because that is quite a gap to P1. Still, he improves to P3, but to Yellamella, coming through the last chicane as well. Oh, way quicker than before. And that is a new best time. Cracks the 144 mark first. Well. Who are we gonna watch? Crew has improved his time as well as Nico, I think. Which put Ethan further down. And Goldfish at least grabs himself a P8, even though that's not where he wants to be, likely. And is that Stanny? No, it's not Stanny. Clay coming back into the pits. Okay, Percy and Ginge, both on outlaps. Probably gonna pull off something toe-esque. Didn't know I was able to do that. Well, there's still a close gap between Yellamella and Ginger Ninja, so we're gonna see what they can do here. The two McLarens immediately after each other, so we will just stick the onboard on Percy to get both of them in here. So up through Rouge and Redillion. Or no, Goranda will flame me again for not speaking proper French, Belgic, or whatever. Redillion? No. Okay, Ginge actually giving the tow to Percy, so he will abandon his lap and give it to his teammate. Stanny pitted Pock. Finally! He might get another chance to, well, set a lap that is not 10 seconds behind everyone else. Yeah, he might get one hot lap in. Indeed. He should change his tires. If someone who is in the VC with him What is Percy doing here? Why did he slow down all of a sudden? I assume that was about to be a good lap. I mean, maybe they want to execute like the slipstream for Ginge now, but like he could have finished his hot lap with the slipstream and then give it to him on the next one. I don't get it. I think we should head over to Ginge then and see what he has in stock for us. Okay. Stumdu coming out of the pits on a quite unfortunate time for these two. Oh, and that's a good toe. Ah, Ginge is gaining so much on this one. Percy moves to the side. Just slightly slower than his first hot lap attempt, so he has to make it count through sectors 2 and 3. As the toe was not enough. Ooh, running very wide in that little turn here. And I think that's been it for his hot lap attempt again. Quite a bunch of drivers are on outlaps. Who's gonna be the first to reach the finish line? It seems to be Clay. The racing points at the moment. Not where they used to be on the rear grid. But here we are, with Clay on board, last attempt for a hot lap. Yeah, he has to make up about a second to even gain one place. I think P11 could be quite nice for whoever is there here. As of course you're not far behind the next driver on the grid, but you have the tire choice. On the other side, tires don't really matter in a 25% race, as you go soft mediums almost every time anyways. And especially Spa isn't that long. I think it's 13 laps on 25%. Or something like that. Maybe it's 14. Because the track is relatively long. But Spa's a very enjoyable racetrack to drive if you're not super bad at driving through Redillion. Or Rouge. No, Redillion. Ha! I'm not dumb. As that is a very treacherous corner. Well, Clay come through sector 3. Not really looking too extraordinary, but overall quite decent. And well, he will take the checkered flag first, coming out of that bus stop chicane, and 1.8 seconds quicker. That is a little bit of a jump. Gets both Baddis and Lil Pace. Who will be finishing their hot lap attempts as well? I think Yellow Melon might have just crossed the finish line as the leader still, obviously. Lil Pace should be through. Why aren't like these guys? There should be like somewhat okay. There it is. Percy is apparently finished. Ginge is in the pits. But apparently Will Pace, etc. were good to go. Oh, 5 grid penalty. What happened there? Okay. I'm confused. For the ending of this session seems to be unpredictable. Is Ethan still on a lap that counts? If so, there's a good chance he can get another hot lap in, or a good hot lap in. Yeah, he's way quicker than before. Not quick enough for poles so far, but he should only be like 2/10 behind the best time. Maybe make up some good time here as well. Yellowmellow with another personal best and, well, overall session best lap. Improving his lead a little bit further. And Ethan snatches P2. Not able to break the 144 barrier, but at least beats Ginge by the tiniest of margins. And, well, the only thing we're waiting for now is Clay getting hunted into the pits by his mechanics. Oh, no, probably we will have to wait until the time runs out, right? There's still the qualifying bug or something. There is not, apparently. Ethan finishing second, as I might have to check what the Discord wants to tell me. Not that I miss anything important. Lap ruined by people going slow. Same thing happened to Ethan. Rude. Okay, a little bit of complaints, but just the usual banter in the chats. Here we are with Yellowmellow on pole. Ethan in P2. Ginge taking a P3, quite a strong one. KRU Crew coming in P4. And well, the rest of the grid. I was unfortunately too slow to read it. I believe in Ginge sticking a podium here. That would be cool. That would definitely be cool. I like this so far, as most of the Sundays, or Rocket Sundays players have been heavily outmatched in the races we had all together. They seem to have good chances for good positions in this mix-up of drivers. And I like to see that. So we're gonna have an A formation lap here, if I remember right. Yes, lap 0 seems to be... wait, does it lag for you? Can the stream have different qualities? To be honest, I just saw it on the Discord, sorry, for, like... I will have to check if it's lagging. Ah, my headphones are gone again, right? Thank you. Also, my headphones are pretty scuffed. Like, please? 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 Okay. So we're back. Yeah, I don't know about like the streaming quality stuff that you asked. Very sorry. I can only stream in 720p. I don't know if Twitch gives you other options, but like for me it's running just fine. So if you have issues with the stream, probably not on my side. I mean, if players in the or viewers in the Twitch chat could confirm this, but I think it should run fluently. Anyways, everyone's starting on soft tires, which was to be expected to be real. It's only 11 laps wait 25, but no, do they only race 44 laps around here? I thought it was 54 or something. That's weird. Okay. Anyways, grid is about to be formed. So yeah, Yellow in his Ferrari in P1. Probably the only Ferrari we will see on P1 this season. Oh, this IRL season. Looking grim for the Red Boys. But, well, here it is looking quite well for Ferrari. It's okay for me. Okay, well, I hope it's okay for everyone else as well then. So, it's lights out and we're going away through the first turn. I see a little bit of contact between Ethan and Yellow and quite a bit of contact in the back. But it seems like everyone got away somewhat well. Percy gained a lot of positions, I think, at the start. Oh my. Ethan struggling with that front wing damage early on. I think it's likely that he will have to pit early. Okay, so you can go on mediums and you can go on hards. Thanks for that pit strategy. I think if you pit for hards now, you can go to the end. Let's jump on board with Percy, who will sooner or later have a go at Ethan and does this down the inside. Of course, Ethan is lacking heavy downforce. Probably Ginge is gonna be the next one to pass. Gets a way better exit out of this turn. And goes down to the inside. Can he make the corner? Yes, he can. Probably Nico's already having a look at Ethan as well as his teammate, Stundu, down the inside. Can they go 3 wide through here? I doubt it. Good racing by the guys so far. Not really. Oh my god, Ethan running wide there. And Stundu and Nico are let loose. Kayaru through as well. Ethan now on P9. Clay got overtaken by Crew just now. And by Lil Pace. And, ooh my, that's contact with Ethan. Don't know what Clay was doing there. He broke in quite weird places. Anyways, Yellow is getting away quite well, if I may say so. And it's Ginge and Percy fighting it out for P2 right now. Actually, the closer battle is probably this one, with the 2 Alfa Romeos and Estandu, who have formed a little bit of a 3-way pack themselves. Goldfish is looking very close behind Lil Pace here, but I assume there was contact. Goldfish looked like he had front wing damage. Yes, slight bit on the left. Shouldn't be heavy front wing damage though, and there we turn in. Think, who's that? Stanley probably lost it through Redillion. And well, back to the boys in P4 to 6. Plays full on jerking side to side in his turns. I think that is probably ping related. Oh, and he has no front wing, so I don't know, like, his racing line is probably gonna be a little bit alternative. Oh, Lil Pace. Losing a good bit of his front wing as well. Spun out there. So, yeah, top 3 looking very solid so far. Yellow is already going away quite well. Whereas the Mercs are looking solid in their P2 and 3 respectively. Interesting if they can have a battle there. Oh my god, I didn't disable safety car. That is a shame. Lil Pace retired in that wall there. Oh my. Yeah, I think that tire should rather be on the car. as we are gonna have ourselves a little bit of a safety car. Let's see if Yellow Miller is already getting caught by the safety car. Nope. He's not. Safety car's yellow now, right? Oh, please, Batters, just go by. Go by. Go by. Go by. Yes. Go. Yes. Okay, number 1. Now, Stanny, go by. Yes! And onwards. Let's hope just everyone goes through. You're the best. Well, welcome to the stream. And yeah, if you're interested in some racing, feel free to join the Discords. There's probably a command like ! Discord somewhere. Oh my god. Baddis and Stanny getting together on the safety car here. What is Stanny doing there? I'm not entirely sure what that's good for. Huh. Safety car seems to be a new concept for quite a few of these drivers. Anyways, we will probably get there somewhere on the way. Why are they still racing? What is happening here? Like, bruh. There's no overtaking, it's full course yellow. What is happening? Oh, pit lane. Okay, yeah. Was wondering why... Oh my god. Why did it swap back just in the minute where we almost saw like an unsafe release from the game? What? What? Okay, the game is a little bit bugged apparently with the camera in the rear. Stanley doesn't know what a safety car is somehow. Yeah. It seems to be the way. Anyway, Estandu. Wait, was Estandu the one picking up front wing damage early? Or was it Ethan actually? Yeah, I think it was Ethan. So they are not in the worst position right now. What the frick was that? I think quite a few drivers, like, probably need to... Huh? Fair, okay. At least the top 5 are somewhat alive. What's happening? I mean, somewhat alive. I mean, that said, Estandu was looking in a quite good position. Bro! Okay. I think we will have a new format coming up somewhere in the near future, which is how does F1 actually work? And we will explain, like, what is a safety car? What does the yellow flag mean? What am I watching? I told you it'd be fun. I mean, ultimately it's my bad. I should have disabled safety car. I just took the elite tier settings and just shortened the race to 25% and was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna be fucked up or something. But well, yeah, it was not this way. There's safety car once more. This is the reason why safety car was disabled for Challenger. Someone, who is it? It's Stanny. Stanny is running on 3 ERS wild safety car. But I think we're gonna stick with Yellow Miller on the restart now, as he's the one to make the pace. That was the shortest safety car I've ever seen. Like, it's been 1 lap and now it's in again. And Yellow Miller off with the restart. That are like 10k penalties, and I doubt, to be honest, that Yellow can or like is allowed to brake like that at the restart. But here we are. We are at least going again. Stanley getting overtaken. Oh my god, Goldfish gets a slap into that sweet little wall. Ah! On board with Ginge. As at least top 3 are still in the right order. Ethan is right back where he was before he got his front wing damage in lap 1. I assume that quite a few of these drivers have... Yeah, the number of collisions in the back, I can't. To be honest, like, that might have been slightly influenced by Yellow Miller's very, very slow restart. Like, oh, virtual safety car again. Who's out of it now? I think Estendu and... Nope. Then it's Crew and Ethan. Ah, what a beautiful sound. Well-coded game. Thank you for that, Codemasters. You truly are the masters of the code. Well. Another safety car, another restart, or virtual safety car at least. You always have to care about time your restart right, because if you are too quick, you get a penalty. If you're too slow, you lose much time. It is basically a race for the first 5 maximum now, as Crew overtakes Ethan, who goes in the pits again. Yes. I don't know what to watch at the moment. No, not this. Yeah, maybe this. Let's just chill on board with Ginge for a little bit. And then we'll see where we are headed afterwards. Yeah, everyone apart from the first 4 now is away or divided by more than 5 seconds. Let's see the number of pit stops. 2 stops already, half the race gone, 25% race, and it's already twice the number of stops that you should do in a 25% race, so... Percy is actually the big winner of this, apparently. I mean, you had a super good start through all the carnage. Went through unharmed. Ooh, I see Goldfish flying out in a good old Redillion. If I see that right. And I see Goldfish retiring after good old Redillion. And now we are only 8 players here. By the way, Stanny making a point. It is just like the Williams story, but the story is already finished after the first preseason race. They have their point. Okay, I see I'm getting added in the Discord again. Not a good sign usually. But yeah, top drivers basically seem to be safely through. You might see Nico here getting a bit of a charge towards Ethan, as both of them have fresh tires. They had a little bit of a collision going in the safety car that I like once more. Couldn't really see why, but it's been there. And he at least had set the quickest sector 3. Well, up in front, I think Yellow is about 0.3 seconds quicker than Percy in general, who is about the same speed as Ginge, and all 3 of them are quicker than Crew, so I don't see too much change in there. Just about to get pole position and I was forced off the track by a wall? So the wall was approaching you. Ha. You're approaching me. I can't push you off the track without coming closer. Those damn walls never give way for faster cars. Let's go, Ginge and Percy. Ginge and Percy looking super fine here, to be honest. I mean, pace-wise, this might still be a good bit behind Elite. But for Challenger level, they are looking quite solid. Bunch of utter morons in this race. I would call them inexperienced drivers. At the same time, I don't know if I can say you're really wrong. I feel like some drivers need to learn what a safety car is. Or maybe we should start up breakfast Sundays or something, then this would be fine. I'm a throwout. This was my 4th ever race and my 2nd on Belgium. If anything, it is aimed at me. Hey, to be honest, like, it was... Goldfish is of course used to drive with the drivers who are in Elite at the moment. Who have quite a bunch of hours in F1. And are way more experienced drivers than like all of these Sundays peeps coming in recently. And to be honest... like, I wouldn't... I really don't want to, like, generally point with my finger at you, but I think for some of you, the racing awareness might be a thing to work on. Like, just moving out of the way in qualifying when you're not on a hot lap. Maybe just the general idea of doing one stint with one lap and then coming back into the pits and not blocking the track for, like, several laps or something. Clay, I hate you. Huh. So yeah, I think like that's a thing to work on that will come with experience and well. Let's just head over to these guys. Yes, Nico is coming closer to Ethan. Oh my. Huh. I don't think this is how Formula 1 cars usually move, but they sure do here. Percy making space for Ginge. Good teamwork that is. Letting Lando Norris ahead. Car number 5? 4? I think 4. You messed me up, man. Spun me out. Spoken like a true man who overtook 5 drivers on the safety car. Yeah. As you're in the chat, Stanny, I think you like just have a quick look at what safety car is, because that was very messy. I have never seen a safety car phase where so many drivers, like it's not only one, apparently didn't know what to do. I think you forgot that you were not playing. Yeah, I'm kind of with Goldfish there. Like, to be honest, yes, it is just, you should like know the basics of F1. Blacklist spam. Damn. Nightbot added again. But yeah, generally speaking, I think a few drivers have made a fairly good impression. Of course, not everyone, I may have to say, but I found it quite fun for the short time I was racing. Yeah, that's the thing. It isn't, to begin with, it's not necessarily about getting quicker, it's about getting more consistent. If you crash out less, you have more time racing. And with that, like, that can mainly improve with general awareness. As I think Percy and Ginge are showing this quite well with the way they at least try to coordinate themselves with the slipstreams, make plays if the teammate is quicker. Lap times, schmap times, yes. It's just a big contest to survive. It's drive to survive, not drive to come first. Because if you survive, you're pretty much like guaranteed P1 to 3. I mean, of course, Yellow Mellow, Percy, and Ginge are quite quick in this as well, but yeah, generally speaking, the main thing that differs them from everyone else is that they were not involved in big accidents. Hunger Game things. This race was more survive to drive rather than drive to survive. Arguably these two are the same. That's my whole strat, don't crash, get points. However, it didn't go to plan. I don't drive to come last. Oh my god, we got chick hicks over here. Percy and Ginge have done both done quite well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're so consistent. They are not that much slower than Yellow Mellow. I think losing a little bit less than half a second per lap. And apart from that, doing pretty solid lap times, having good awareness, doing good in quali. Oh, Sector 1, yellow flag. I think Bettis had a little bit of a mishap there. Yeah, some dirty tires here, we can see that. But yeah, he's not really in contention to battle with anyone, as is none of the other drivers behind. I think Percy will actually get this P2, as Ginge did not overtake him this one. I enjoy having a good start and spinning out whilst muting the mic. I will finish a race one day. You can already mute the mic in the lobby, so next time you just maybe like try to think of that and then just don't spin out and win. Easy. I remember having a warning thing about the collision. Wonder how many pits Bettis has done this race. Shall we see? Can we see that? Three. It is 3. Muting Discord. Well. Well. Anyways, this session is gonna come to a close, so we will soon be opening up the lobby for the presumably elite tier drivers. A quite stacked lobby, as I may add. That's gonna promise some exciting races. Oh, and Percy and Ginger Ninja go over the line together. But since Ginge had a penalty, he will end up behind Percy. Still, it's a 2-3 for the two McLarens. Doing quite well here, I may say. Yep, Spinio has joined. You are too early, my friend. Elite tier lobby is gonna be opening up soonish. But yeah, represent the RL boys. Well done, Ginge and Percy. Yeah, boy. Poopy Storm, big podium things. But yeah, GG's to Yellow as well. That was a pretty dominant performance. And I think next week is another preseason week. You might have a try at the Elite tier race. Ethan crushing himself over the finish line just as his teammate did before. And well, it's gonna be Nico and Bettis who are still racing and coming to the I'll have you next time. Sounds vaguely threatening. As Nico comes over the line, and Bettis is gonna be the last one in his little Renault. Coming in P8. I was racing for my life to get a 5-second gap. Ultimately, you didn't even have to. Oh, come on, Bettis, just drive over the line. Brah. Toxic. Yeah, in that case, well, let's go, Bettis. Thanks to Bettis for a potential delay on the elite race. Okay, there we are. There we are not. Thanks a lot. No car control. Well. Driver of the day, Percy. And I think I may have to agree with that. Very good start, getting through the early carnage, and then, well, doing a quite solid job to stay in that P2. Ultimately, the man we see right here, Yellow Miller, is the winner though, followed by both McLarens of Percy and Ginger Ninja. Huge 8th. Easy. Well, yeah. There we have some podium celebrations. Head over to the standing. Percy driver of the day, yeet. Holy moly, Ginge had 15 seconds. That's a bit of a yikes. Still P3 secured. And yeah, here are the standings. You're not blind. I will have to talk enough anyways today, so you can read them yourselves. We will head into a very short break. Roughly about 10 minutes. Next race will start somewhere 19:05-ish, as we are running a little bit close, of course, now. And yeah, we'll see you there. You might hear it already. But we're back. We're back with the elite tier. We head into the exact same track with 18 minutes qualifying and 22 to 23 laps, I assume, since the previous race has been 11 laps. And yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. I expect a little bit more of these dudes, as they have all proven before that they have the pace. We have several race winners from the elite tier out of season 4, I think, of F1 2019 here. So coming into season 1 for F1 2020, it seems like we have a strong lineup on the grid here. Quite a few drivers, of course, have been around for quite a time. Unfortunately for us, well, 3 of the favorites for a win in this one. This screen is staying black for a uncomfortably long time. Well, yeah, Jack, Simmons, and Dunk had to drop out shortly before the race because they couldn't make it in time. Would have been very interesting to see these 3 potential top contenders with the others in the mixture here. Please, lobby, be alive. Like... Ah! Here we are. It does working. It is happening. We're all in here. Of course, 2 drivers I want to highlight. Former teammates of mine and returners after a time of absence from Formula Sundays with Matti and Yapsinio. And, well, Yapsinio is a race winner in Elite, I think. And Matti... I'd have to think about it. I think he got second once, but I don't know if he ever won a race. But yeah, they've been getting back into F1 2020 a little bit, and I'm excited to see them here. We have quite strong competition around the midfield as well. And overall, I think a exciting lineup. Well, let's head right... Oh my god, that was cursed. Head right over to Meshik, maybe? Or to one of the Raris. It seems to be Alex, who's gonna be the first one to jump on a hot lap, ultimately. Wait, Jack is here. Oh, damn, okay. So then there was someone else missing, but... Huh. Nonetheless, the more drivers, the better. And yeah. I expect a little bit of a more high-class racing around here, maybe. Oh, as Alex actually makes room for Jack to let him through. Potentially to set himself a proper gap here, or... Oh, probably to get the slipstream. None of them are in VC. Well. Ah, but Jack doesn't have anything of it. Wants to get the slipstream himself. Will get the slipstream himself. Alex drives by. But Jack seems to be a fair bit behind. It's not super important anyway, still just a preseason race. Yeah. Let's just keep cool and drive. As yeah, we are with Alex here on the first hot lap that's gonna be set. At least we will be with him as long as he doesn't do something illegal. Which hasn't happened yet, of course. Purple sector 1, as to be expected. Bicorp's podium, please. Well, we're gonna see if he has the pace. Bicorp's in the Ferrari, of course. Your drivers are really cruel, Herb. Like, every single time your drivers take up Ferrari, but not a single time Fabian has been given a seat in the Ferraris. Anyways. Yeah, 3 of Herb's drivers in here today. I think Newf and Gimp were not racing them today. Otherwise, we've seen all 6. Well, the other 4. And, well... Alex setting the first hot lap, 143.3. I think already quicker than the Challenger tier times, which was to be expected of, surely. As the AlphaTauri of Harashun goes into the pits, we will have a quick look at Matti, who has an invalid lap as well. So Yap was actually the other one coming over the line there, just slightly slower than Jack. Orlando and Mikogun now in the Haases, no longer the Mercs. No new fees away for the weekend. Ah, well. Yeah, Nuve has definitely been a big surprise during the recent times. And well, seeing his time trails, like, he doesn't even seem that fast, but he's just so consistent and well, good in race, not necessarily in pace. But yeah, I think we got an interesting mixture of drivers coming up into the new season. Big midfield pile and yeah, quite a big pile for the top spots. Rondo here, running P6 with a low 144. Oh, Simmons is actually here, so he's gonna be able to, yeah, partake in the race, at least. So yeah, grid is filling up, which is nice to see. Quite a bunch of drivers should be on, well, no one should be on a hot lap, let's phrase it like that. I think, is it Matti who's coming out there? Yeah. Matti now exiting the second stint for the very first time. Dummy parked in a dangerous location. While not being in the game. That is very grateful. And I thought he was in the pits. Oh, Biggles with the follow. Shoutouts. As... Hey, you can use numbers 10 to direct select the drivers. So like... Okay. So how do I go past, like, past 10? Ah, shift. Oh my god, okay, that makes things a lot easier. Okay, we'll have to get used to that, since I usually did everything with my controller. But we'll try to do that now. That way, because I think it's looking a little bit better, likely. Well. So, we are with... Oh, thanks for the tip, by the way. We are with Matti now, who had a corner cut on his previous hot lap attempt. Should be around the pace of Yap, his teammate. Well, classically he's been a little bit quicker. I've heard him say earlier that Yap was pretty much same pace around Spa as he was when they practiced together. So yeah, I expect him to go maybe like P5-ish maximum. Somewhere P5 to P8 or something on a good lap. Coming through Eau Rouge and Redillion quite well on the big straight now. And into Sector 1. He is one of the drivers with no assist at all, doesn't even have a racing line. And like, he has a crazy nice rig, like staying at home. One of my IRL friends, of course, and we've been there before. And damn, like, I am racing on pad here, feeling alright, but if you sit in that thing, it's like you legitimately sit in a F1 car. It's insane. Love it. But yeah, he's doing quite alright through Sector 2. A little bit of a lock up there. Bike Ops time when. Bike Ops is on an out lap. Wait, that was invalid lap. You ran wide just a slight tad there. Okay, wow. That's freaked. So in that case, we will go with Alex, who is on a second hot lap. Hey, to be honest, we have already seen Alex drive, so let's just go to... Wow, I've been scammed. A little bit of a spin for Matti there, though. That was fun to look at. But we're with Simmons. Oh, and that's invalid lap. That's crazy. Holy moly. Like the quick... Please, English. It baffles me how quick you can get invalid lap times around here. Well, that counts though. Okay, that looked quite sketchy to me. Yeah, and there we are. No lap time for you. Plop. Mikuhun should be finishing a lap though. Oh my, Jack going out of the way there. Just in the very last second. On an out lap anyways, so it's gonna have to start that now. Mikuhun runs P8, can't quite beat the 144 line, and we have our first times below the 143 of the night. It's Chris and Alex sharing P1 and P2 now. Very good performance by them. Lewis has set his first time in a quite good fashion as well. Who are we watching then? No, Bike Ops is on an invalid lap right now, so probably something Harrishoonish. Oh fuck, I switched scenes. How about... Ha! Back at it again. By the way, you can also... I keep losing the connection. Yeah, I see that. Fortunately, I think you even got disqualified while you were away, which is a bit of a shame, really. Well, with qualifying advanced that far, I doubt that we can restart this session, but hopefully these disconnects can go away for the race then. It's so sad, yeah. It really is. Like, I would just enjoy seeing a race where everyone can just drive properly, no bugs. I mean, okay, some drivers have it coming. Ah, Meshik, just running a little bit wide there, and strict corner cutting, well, makes the rest of it. I don't understand. I think you have 5 minutes time. Have you tried to restart your game already? Because if not, you could restart it, and I don't know if you're joining via Lewis or via me, but maybe try someone else then. Damn, is Blaze gonna get pole? I mean, his time looks quite decent up there on top. I assume Chris is gonna have another go, as there should be... 3 times, yikes. There should be, like, decent time to perform another stint. Bike Ops here on his mediums. Not run wide here. Okay. Purple sector 2. Well, that might have been personal best as well, as F1 2020 is a little bit scuffed on that. Anyways, he will come through Sector 3 now. Bus stop chicane ahead of him. And that should be somewhat of a decent time on Mets at least. Yeah, 144.8 is still the slowest on the grid so far, but on mediums, quite decent. Now back to Matti, who I really expect a good lap time from. I think he came very close to having one after... come on. His first hot lap attempt or something, or the second one? The one we saw, where he just ran wide on the entry to Sector 3, which is fairly dangerous apparently. Yeah, excited how the McLarens are gonna prove themselves in this environment. Asked them before how confident they feel. They've stated that their lap times are a little bit behind the lap times of Lewis, for example. But they should be alright racing in Elite. I think Fabian can improve on that time. May only get one chance though. Maybe. Fabian has been shown to have pace. Ooh, Garanda retiring. Where did that happen? I think he ran into the wall there. Something. But yeah. Once more, I think we should... Nah? Okay, Simmons on another invalid lap. I might work it out. Yeah! I mean, you will start last, but you will have tire choice and hopefully will have a chance coming into the race. That's gonna be exciting. Not quite the comeback you may have wished for, but happy to see you racing here again. As well, so far on top it looks to stay the same. Oh my, Alex there with a little bit of in a drift through turn 1. Now, Rouge and Redillion. Quite well driven. And taking that slipstream of Mikohun to not set a purple sector 1 for sure, as he's been drifting. Oh no, Domi left the session again. I think it might have not worked out yet. Oops, no, I just lost it again. Yeah, yikes. Yeah, we're gonna see where Alex is ending up. First sector slightly slower than his best. But yeah, you can pick up so much time through sector 2, as these turns really require perfect execution, as I'd say that didn't really happen here. But yeah, Simmons retiring from the session, not able to set a lap time as well. Simmons, of course, yikes, Alex running wide. Has been the past pole sitter for quite a few times. Proven to be very, very quick. Now Chris. Is he gonna be the big challenger for that P1? Waiting a little bit to get clean air in front of him. As Fabian is gonna be on his last hot lip attempt as well. Gonna lose my mind. Yeah. I don't know. Like, to be honest, the game overall is more enjoyable than the last game, I think. Maybe it's because there's still the hype. But I can't quite wrap my head around the fact that they are not able to, like, provide a stable and well-working game. I mean, it's way better than the previous one, don't get me wrong. That's like crying on a high level, maybe, if you want to call it. But with all the attention that F1 brings to YouTube and like the esports or like virtual world, I feel like they could invest a little bit more in their game. Maybe it's just because Codemasters lack funding or something. But yeah, anyways. Oh, Meshik in the meantime has set the quickest lap. Is in P1 now. 0.1 seconds ahead of everyone. But, oh my, this is gonna be a banger if Chris can carry it through Sector 3. 0.5 seconds quicker already. That would be comfortably in front of Meshik. If he can pull through on this. A bit of a lock up there through the bus stop chicane. He will go over the line, no wheel spin there. Very, very well executed. Fabian Gaming can't improve his time. Chris can though, holy moly. I was like, huh? 716 is behind 706, but he's an entire second quicker. Oh my. And we almost put them in freaking Challenger. What a stunning lap by Chris here. Grabbing that pole position. Who is still out on track? I think Jack should be through Sector 3. Is probably the last driver to go to the finish line. Let's see where he can land. Certainly not a 141, but 43-ish time. Yeah. Way quicker than his previous time. And he slots in P6 behind the two Mercs of Dan H and Inferno Lewis. And yeah, I don't know if the time has to run down again, but yeah. Well, he's off the pace, but it's at the wrong end. Wait, what? Failed my last lap. P3 will be fine. Hey, to be honest, well, yeah, P3 will be fine, I guess. I doubt that second or the last hot lap attempt would have been a second quicker to grab that P1 from Chris here, who has really shown a stunning performance through that qualifying. But yeah, I still think we can see a fairly interesting race as P3 to, yeah, basically 11 are somewhat similar on their paces here. I feel like quite a few hot laps have been deleted due to corner cutting. So yeah. Dummy is out of the session again. Well, qualifying is over. Jack here will grab sixth position. English is so awkward sometimes. And well, here we have the order. Chris in the Red Bull leads Meshik in the AlphaTauri in the first row. We will have Alex and Dan H in the second row, followed by Inferno Lewis and Jack, former teammates. Mikuhun and Harishun, followed by Gary Gunn and Garando, will complete the top 10. And after that we have Fabian, Ypsinio and Matti, German squad from 11 to 13, followed by Bicorps and Simmons and Domi, unfortunately due to different reasons not able to set a lap time. So yeah, let's head into the race. Let's hope Domi can stay. Will not drop out again. It doesn't look too bad, if I am not mistaken here. Or is he not in here? Doesn't seem like he is. Would be unfortunate. Yeah, I'm gonna broke. Well. Excuse-moi. Well, we will head into probably a formation lap. I assume. Should be a formation lap in this. And then 22 or 23 laps of some nice racing on this beautiful circuit of Spa. Yeah, there is the formation lap. Okay, so one stop is the predicted strategy. Lap 8 to 9 on hards or 7 to 9 on mediums. 22 laps, as mentioned before. Very, like... I mean, the laps are very long, but still overall a kind of short race. We usually drive around 30-ish. Oh, thanks for the beautiful graphic again, dear game. Yeah, you missed the race. I mean, the car is theoretically there. Tommy has joined. Question is, will you stay there or will AI take over? Some of the McLarens missed the start for the... Ah. Okay. Thanks a lot. Missed the start of the formation lap. Imagine that happening while there's a sick overtake going on or something. So let's quickly... tires, gaps is alright. That's alright as well. Now we will manage with my good old can't take over. Yikes. Ah. I hate my life. Okay, please. Headphone jack. Take it, like... hold it together. Just for the start. Simmons was disqualified from the session. Ah wait, this is on the in-lap though, like, he will start. So, do not fear. You'll be here. Well. We see a little bit of a pile-up before they line up on the grid. Can't take over. No. But yeah, the cars will be lining up on the grid right about now. And go into their respective grid positions. Chris in P1, followed up by Meshik. Alex there following up in P3 in a quite good position as well for a move down the inside in this very race. So we will follow up Alex for now. Lights out. And Alex gets a good getaway. Already side by side with the AlphaTauri there. And here we are. Domi is somehow on P1, I don't get why. But good start by Alex, going through the inside of Meshik. And the grid got away quite well. Clean start, I think. We start once more, then I give up. Yeah. And, well. Domi's dropping down again, apparently. This is just weird, I don't know. Anyways, top players seem to be in a good position. Matti retired from the race. Seems like he has spun out or something. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there was contact, but we have our first safety car as well. And to be honest, I am sorry to leave you for a second, but I need something to drink. And I will grab something real quick, as there's probably not gonna happen too much anyways right now. Okie dokie, we are back. We are back. We see drivers going for the pits. Quite a bunch of them, actually. Mostly pitting for mediums, as it seems right now. Migrating host. Interesting stuff happening here in this beautiful game. Jack is now in P2 with mediums, apparently. What? Meshik disqualified from session, ignoring yellow flag. Ah. Ah. Okay. Interesting stuff. Apparently now Jack is first. Now Jack is 12th. What is with... Huh. Okay. Huh. What? Why is Chris ahead of the safety car again? Oh, we had this back in Baku in F1 2019. Unfortunately, I didn't see how if he just like went straight past it, but I can't really imagine him. Will need a restart. No safety car on track. I guess let's head over to the Discord. If I can reach Lewis, then restart. Then can you redo lobby? I assume we are gonna have a restart then. Fair. Oh, yikes. Can, like... only once go something to plan. Like... you. Thanks, Ethan, for providing the grid. I got the disqualification for taking safety car when everyone did it. Huh. Yeah. Like, Lewis is gonna make the lobby, most likely. So... Here we are. Yeah, quick restart. Fuck, I had a good start. Yeah, sad for you, Garanda. Like, I've seen you blasting through. And going up to P4, I think. Well, I was P4, but okay. Wait, what? Nah. Yep, Spinio in P4? Under safety car, what? I had P2 FFS. Yeah, like, it is a bit of a yikes, but like several drivers have been fricked over in the yiking process. I don't know if Dummy is still watching, but maybe new lobby, new you. Maybe you could try again. Forced me to overtake the safety car because it was compromised. This entire situation is a giant mess. I know all the spots, positions. Yeah, we have screenshots of the qualifying. Like, since we're starting again, we will continue with the qualifying position. I think we should consider turning off safety car. I think that's the third time we had this bug. It's the first time we had it on this game, to be honest. But I see that somewhat-ish. Actually, it was because the host died. What? Yikes. You're gonna do the grid perfect. Yeah. Grid should be customly done. We should have 16 drivers in here somewhere. There's number 15 and one more. Dummy's net is getting better. That is a thing that we like to hear. I think is it Simmons missing? Theoretically, we are missing Simmons, so we gotta pick the tires we qualified on, right? Yes. I mean, I was P5. Yeah, I think like this entire thing was, of course, less than optimal. I think at Simmons, you're gonna join for another ride. Oh, he's there. So yeah, then we have everyone there, okay. So everyone is there, ready up. Okay. Let's get going, boys. Let's get going. Do we have safety car off now? No, it's still on. So let's just hope everything does not go down the drain once more. To be honest, start was quite like fair game overall. I don't necessarily think that opening lap had something to do with Mati crashing out. That was likely to be a racing incident at the point where he did. Nonetheless, we head into another session that will hopefully carry through to the end this time. Oh. Okay. So, 20 seconds until this beautiful thing starts again. We will head into another formation lap, I assume. And afterwards, it's gonna be lights out. As usual. Oh, it's lights out immediately. Let's frickin' go then. It is lights out and away we go. And Alex gets a very good start once more. Goes down the inside. Is already in P2. Past Meshik there. And Meshik and P3 are further in the back. They run wide a little bit. I don't think there was contact though. And let's jump further down the field, maybe. See close racing through Rodillion, and everyone survives. So, good getaway for everyone. Up on top, Alex very, very close to Chris here. Ooh, almost losing his Ferrari there. But staying closely behind. And the train is on Meshik, maybe having a look down the inside of turn 9, I think. But Alex stays ahead for now. Good start for everyone involved once more. No incidents as far as I've seen. And... Well. Let's see. Let's give us that bit of extra data. Yeah, so the majority, well, everyone actually changed places apart from the leader. Oh, Dummy with a little bit of a spin there in last position. Ah, come on. Yeah, let's see those tires. And be gone overlay. So, who are we going with for now? It's gonna be, I think we're gonna jump to Jack. Jack having a little bit of a spin out of the bus stop chicane. Then H is probably gonna profit from that. He's very close coming into turn 1, almost touching the rear there. And Simmons looks for a move down the inside of Fabian. Fabian stays ahead for now. And it's not likely that Sims can try again through Rodillion. Seems like Durando is off to make a move on Dan, but he can't get past without DRS neither. So far, it seems like there's not much on-track battling without the possibility of an easy DRS overtake. Still, field is very, very bunched up, apart from Dummy. In the end, we have a big pack down from P11 to P15. Oh, Harishun and Lewis are going side by side there. And it's gonna be Harishun on the winning side, ultimately. Let's just head over to Yapsinio here, as he's under quite a bit of pressure by Matti, pushing up from behind. Into sector 3 we go. Matti already with the corner cuts penalty. It's only lap 2. And he is having a look down the inside of Yapsinio, side by side, forces Yapsinio wide, but ultimately gets past. Yeah, laps 8 to 10 is the recommended strat here now, apparently. As obviously all tires are a lap fresher, so it has moved backwards a lap from the last session we set up. DRS should be activated here. Alex with the 3-second penalty as well, and Meshik most likely with the opportunity to go past here, jump on board with him. And around the outside leaves a little bit of space there, but Alex can't fight back. He's comfortably behind now. And Meshik is off for P2. And we will jump on Fabian Gaming's. No, I don't want to jump on Fabian Gaming's on board when he sounds like this. Then maybe Gary Gunn? Yeah, let's just go with Gary Gunn. I think he has a very good perspective on this little fight in his Renault. And now he can get a little bit of camera time as well. Really love how no one's really dropping behind. Everyone's still pretty bunched up together. First time penalties are rolling in way more rapidly than they were in the Challenger tier, as all of these drivers push that slight extra bit harder. So, the train still all together. Yapsinio re-overtaking Matti there. Oops. Go there. Likely that Matti ran wide. He's having superior speed here. Maybe looking for the outside, but I think, yeah, he just broke down a slight bit, adjusting his tempo to stay behind Ipsinio. Further back, Dummy has gotten past by Corpse and is now chasing after the McLarens. Good getaway by Yap there, as he has made up quite a lot of ground on the other cars. Oh, and this one is just one big train. Let's see who can come out on top here. Because that's gonna get spicy once we enter the danger zone. Let's head over to Yap. It's potentially looking for a move down the inside. That's a bit of a dive. There's contact with Harashun. He lets him past, or rather has to let him past. There was no room for a defensive move. As Matti and Domi swapped places through these turns as well. Now down the inside goes Domi. And Matti, the new sitter of P15. I think Simmons is holding everyone off quite a bit as he drops behind Gorando and is basically the leader of this little train. On the other side, Fabian Gaming is outside of the 1 second window, so it's not gonna be room to go for a move pretty or anytime soon for him neither. Dummy though is definitely pushing towards Yap, as we can see him getting closer and closer here. Overtake activated. And I think that's smelling like a move down the inside here. Oh, Yap all the way on the grass. Dummy taking this one very, very tight and is fully in front of Yap as even Matti goes through after that little bit of a mistake for Yapsinio. And Dummy is cutting his way through the field. Lewis now gets a very poor exit. And Dummy is just flying past. I don't know why it says that the medium tires are 0 laps old, but they are of course as old as everyone else's tires. And well, now imagine Dummy being in one of the top spots after, well, being disqualified from the qualifying, obviously. With a pace like that on the medium tires, that much quicker than everyone else. He's certainly gonna have a thrilling race. Can defend on the straight, just, oh my god, by superior pace, but Lewis hits him in the rear. And well, that eliminates his good recovery drive so far. Can catch his car. Lewis is retiring from the session. Yapsinio got somehow caught in the act as well, but everyone will bunch up again as the new safety car is coming out. This time hopefully not freaking everything up. Let's just jump on board with the Haas a little bit. I assume quite a bunch of drivers will be heading into the pits. That's of course a big advantage for everyone who started on softs, as they can basically choose if they want to go mediums or hards, but they will be able to finish their race on these tires. I think in this case Haas might even be able to double stack. Let's jump on board with Gorando so we can see his POV. Pit stop there. Yeah, the Haas just up there just came in. To being let go in time. Okay, just drive straight through the rear jackman. Goes on the hard tires, double stack, somewhat of a success. I think they didn't lose too much time in this. And Gorando definitely does not have to pit again. Mikuhun on this mediums, we will see about that. But everyone is alive and well behind the safety car. And Simmons is actually in P1, as I assume he did not pit. But we of course can't see that because the tire counter seems to be bugged. But yeah, there's basically no other option. Oh, I think Chris got overtaken by both Meshik and Alex in the pits. probably having to wait for them to get by. And now Meshik is in P2 with the advantage of a stop, of course. And Alex in P3. Chris, though, has shown superior pace in qualifying, so I doubt that he's gonna be sitting there for a long time. Yeah, the train is almost racked up together again. So I assume we will maximum see one more lap of safety car if it's not coming in this lap. There's Yapsinio with only 5 seconds behind, the last car closing up towards the safety car. Fabian Gaming 5-second penalty, severe collision. Hate to see that. A bit of a yikes. And well. Let's see. Safety car seems to be staying out. Usually the notification if it's going in comes at the sector 3 mark. So we will have one more lap behind this beautiful Mercedes. And yeah, an interesting combination of drivers up in front now, with Simmons of course on old tires. It's gonna be crucial for the drivers behind him to get past as quick as possible. And the quicker you do it, the better are your chances for the race, of course, as Simmons may hold on, like, yeah, he may delay quite a bunch of other drivers, so yeah, I assume this is gonna be the last lap behind the safety car. And afterwards, it's gonna be a race time again, and that's gonna be chunky. And we love it, chunky. So, yeah, what can I tell you? Safety car has just flashed green lights somehow. So, I assume it's gonna go in. To be honest, green lights usually mean go past safety car. But don't. I guess it's gonna be that it's in this lap though. Yeah, what does this mean for the race? I don't really know. Like, one of the past top contenders, of course, in Meshik is in a good position, not having to pit anymore. I absolutely hate that there's no count on the tires. Beautiful. So we're pretty much lost about how old which tires are. So hopefully the safety car is gonna come in. Otherwise, this is developing in a quite anticlimactic way. Hey, safety car in this lap. Yeah, boy. So Simmons is the pacemaker now. Let's see how he does the restart after we've seen Yadamela going for a quite chaotic way to do that in the Challenger tier race. He doesn't really slow down to like get a jump start or of anyone, like, at all. Immediately behind the safety car. Safety car is gone now, and I think Simmons is gonna be... Well, yeah, just going again now. Pit window is open. Thank you, game. But I think everyone is already served. Now the lap counters start again, which is nice. So apparently laps under safety car do not count towards tire wear. We will start jumping through the field again, as I've seen some action in the back, at least some changing of position. Ultimately. Pretty much everyone remains in the same position. Oh, wait. Ooh, big battle for P1, 2, 3. Ooh, and that's a spin for Alex. And for Chris as well. Yikes. Just pushing it a little bit too hard. But everyone seems to get through safely, and guys will continue racing. By the way, the ones with the 0 laps are the ones where they started on mediums, I guess. Those are still bugged. Everyone else has a proper lap count right now. So both Simmons and Domi in P1 and 5 now will have to pit eventually. Let's go towards Gorando, who's approaching Garrigun. Quite a short distance ahead of him. These two, of course, on entirely different strats, as Garrigun opted for the softs to get a quick 2-stopper in, instead of the hards for Gorando to go through on 1 stop. Well, that will obviously mean that Garrigun has to go past quite a lot of drivers somewhat soonish. I think Domi had a spin in the bus stop chicane there. It wasn't meant to be chaotic, but the safety car went in really slow, so I decided to wait after the last turn to fully put the power on. I was just scared that I got it. Ah, okay, no. Yeah, okay, I can somewhat see that. Still, it caused a little bit of chaos in the back, as everyone was quite surprised that it was going on so slow. Garrigun has made up a few positions here, but will he lose them? Dan H in this slipstream, but on the inferior tire. And Garrigun will stay ahead, and at least until DRS is gonna be activated again. Let's see where Domi is, just shortly behind Hershey. Bike Corps in P12 is looking quite promising. A move on Fabian, who locks up massively here. I see a McLaren running wide there. It's probably Absinio. Oof, the Ferrari. And the 2 Ferraris, are they coming together now? Nope, Alex goes through without any contacts. They're not representing Ferrari well here. Now they're pushing towards Fabian Gaming. Side by side through Sector 3, or rather the end of Sector 2. This is way closer than it should be. I look away for 2 minutes and Blaze and Chris are the bottom 2. They might have spun. Speaking of might have spun, there is a Haas of Gorando, I think, who has spun as well. Oh my god. What a racing... what racing of Machi... No, is it Yapsinio? Yeah, it is Yapsinio who goes down the inside of the bus stop chicane to get past Bike Corps. And, well, Fabian Gaming is in the pits, but Blaze, or rather Alex... Oh, what? Gorando has retired, and we're looking at another safety car. I gotta say... Oh my, what happened now? Oh, Miku lost it down... Or up Redillion. Love seeing all 3 of my drivers within 5/10 of each other. Not horrifying. No, not at all. It's all good. So another safety car. Like, I really have to say, I think they could distribute them a little bit more carefully. Let's see if Fabian does. Yeah, Fabian does the right thing. He goes past the safety car. We are not at another scuffed safety car phase yet. Simmons will get the opportunity, of course, to pit, as he hasn't already. Same for Dummy. I assume pretty much everyone else will stay out on the mediums, at least. Garrigun might go in for another pit stop to go for mediums to get through to the end safely as well. Quite interesting. Oh my god. Speeding under safety cars. So Alex is being too fast here, in fact. And there we are, drive-through penalty. Yikes. So, who's gonna come in? Simmons surely has to come in. He does not have to come in. He just continues driving on his mediums. Can these hards go to the end? The hards can most certainly go to the end. In most cases, I'd say with the safety car phase right now, mediums should be able to go pretty much to the end as well. Jack's pitting. Dummy is pitting, and Alex, is he just driving through? I think Alex might just be serving his drive-through penalty. Nope, he's actually holding on to stop, as I think you might not be able to complete drive-through penalty under safety car. Why is the safety car's light green? Like, I don't get it. Why is Simmons flying around like a maniac? I do not get it neither. The hearts will definitely last to the end. I think like preferred strategy by the game was... Oh, now dummy is on 10 lap old softs. Doubt. Preferred strategy by the game was pit stop in lap 7 to 9 or something. For both mediums and hards should be the winning strategy here. And they pitted in lap 3 or 4. And have had 4 to 5 laps on the safety car ever since, so they should be pretty much fine to go to the end on both mediums and hards. Only Simmons will have to pit. And likely Jax. I don't know how far he can go on the soft tire. Depends. Another safety car lap here would really benefit Jack. I think there's gonna be another safety car lap. I would wish for not another safety car lap, if I'm completely honest, but who am I to decide that? And well, this has put some drivers in very favorable positions, I think. The McLarens, for example, Matti and Jaap, are now up into P6 and 7. Quite good spot for them. Bicorps in P8 now too. Safety car will go for another lap. And well, I don't know what to talk about, to be real with you. Having monologues for 2.5 hours is not necessarily easy. It's even more difficult if there's nothing happening on track. I would talk about IRL F1, but they have deserve themselves a break for this weekend. I mean, we could talk about the upcoming races, which is Silverstone next, I think. Is it? Might be something like that. Gotta be fairly... Well, who am I lying to? It's not gonna be interesting. Mercs will just finish 20 seconds ahead of everyone else and... Okay, so the green light should be indicating that the car behind is on the same lap as the safety car. Huh. That is interesting, as far as I've heard that. When the safety car light is green, you can pass the safety car. But if that's the case, then this makes a lot more sense, I guess. Holy shit, like Simmons ping. Like, I don't know, Simmons is going places, but... What is the next track for Sunday Esports? If I have it in mind correctly... Do we have season start next Sunday? I think we will draw something like a calendar on Wednesday or tomorrow-ish. It's probably gonna be live. As well, we want to make sure to you guys that we are not rigging anything or something. Want to be as transparent as possible. I think season start is next Sunday. So sign-ups have officially closed. You can still sign up, however you will not get any priority during the selection of teams, and if every slot is full in Elite, for example, yeah, you will have to live with a challenger ultimately. So everyone else pretty much gets prior over you. However, if, like, we have new drivers starting today with Well, Yellow returning, of course, and Chris. So, and I think Gary Gunn is not signed up yet neither. If you want to sign up, feel free to do so. And we will try to fit you in as good as possible, as we have currently 14 teams, I think, signed up. So that would make a rather chunky elite tier and a somewhat half-full challenger tier. So we could use some more. And here we go, next restart. Simmons. Yes, now going fully at it once more. Well, restarts are not too hard to execute around here, I think. As you can't do much wrong, but you can't do much right neither. But Simmons stays ahead for now. Even though his tires, like, they should be pretty dead by now. As he started on these. So we will just collect laps in the lead, I guess. Then H though fell behind massively. Let's swap over to the two McLarens. Potentially having a go past. Then there's a little bit of contact. There's a lot of contact. There's contact between the McLarens as well. I returned to get my first podium since Sunday Esports. Ended up winning with pole and last snap on my name. Yeah. Yeah, I think you likely could compete in Elite. As you did when you left as well, right? But yeah, definitely very well crafted race there. And a good job to keeping the McLarens behind in the challenger tier. Yep, now getting passed by Jack, which was pretty much to be expected, as Jack is on the superior tires. I think we will just jump on board with him and stay there for a little while, because I can imagine he is gonna cut his field through the cut his way through the field quite rapidly. Alex with the retirement, I hope that's not gonna call out another safety car, because I really had enough of these. I'm done. People way too aggressive. Yeah, for a fucking preseason. Well, a bit of a yikes for sure. Yeah, when I left I was around P5, P7. Yeah, I think we have had some quite strong additions to the lineup, even though they done goofed here a little bit. Dunk, of course, is not racing here. Dummy is not up to his usual performance, of course, by getting disqualified in qualifying. Alex has been fricked around with pretty hard in this race as well, I might say, as he has a very good pace. Simmons is right where he usually is. Still, he has to pit once more, so I doubt that. Just retire the car, cause this is madness. Really not happy with people driving. Yeah, to be honest, this has been racing pretty much on the edge at quite a few occasions. Chris, of course, got fricked over quite badly as well, though. He's probably gonna work his way through the field here with Jack, as they both are on good tires. To be honest, though, like, all incidents aside, as there were a few, we have seen some seriously, like, exciting racing throughout the race here. Ooh, Chris getting a very good go at Jack, around the outside here potentially. There was not much space left between these two cars. Chris had to go off track there to evade a collision. Jack is getting a very good exit. Let's stay at Chris's POV here as Jack goes around the outside, or does he? Goes for a switchback on Mati. Can execute that successfully. Now Chris is having a look down the inside. Will be on the outside of Orouge, but makes the move before he approaches Redillion. However, I think Mati's gonna be the one with DRS now. Oh wait, both of them get DRS. Mati in the slipstream though. I'm trying to have a look back at him. Missing seeing new from this race. Yeah, a little bit. To be honest, he's been around for quite a while now, in the recent races at least, and always been a fairly good contender up in the top spots. Well. So, Chris and Jack got through both McLarens, and will probably push up further. I think we will jump to Harishun though, as he's approaching Garrigan, as Garrigan's soft should get worse and worse with the time being now. I have a feeling he'd have been hanging in the top 5 around now. I mean, it's hard to say, as said, there has been quite a lot of carnage. Like Chris, for example, who I pretty much expected to win the race after that dominant qualifying, is now in P7 just because there was a little incident involving him, of course, Alex as well. Both of them were looking for podium positions there. But ultimately, will DNF. Not DNF, well, Alex did not, or will not finish, but Chris still has a good chance. Garrigan now in the pits for probably another set of softs. Would be very fun to know how old dummy soft tires actually are, because they are definitely not 19 laps old, as we have only driven 16. But I'm missing Yapsinio in P1. Wasn't he the one who won Hungary last season in the rain? Yes. He benefited, like, okay, haters may say he benefited from the safety car in a major way and then couldn't be overtaken due to Hungary and rain. But, yes. I crashed driving into the pits. Yikes. Not the way you want to go, for sure. I wonder when Simmons is gonna be pitting, to be honest. I mean, he's building himself a little bit of a lead, but he will still drop somewhere in the pack. Even though you don't lose that much time over here. Anyways, where should we be watching right now? I think Domi is cutting his field way through the field quite well now as well, as he's caught the first McLaren of Yapsinio. And by the looks of it, is pushing towards that Matti McLaren. If anyone can do 19 laps in soft, it's Cormico. Oh, it's speed. I don't know if you remember that, but like you once drove an entire 25% race basically on softs, like 12 laps or something. That was looking scary. That is still looking scary. But yeah, round the outside will go Domi. Yeah, Matti has no chance to fight against that, and another driver passes the Mercs, and Chris, by the way, has passed Jack as well, so he's gonna be pushing for DNH. Both Jack and Chris should have some good tires on here. Domi was lagging like crazy. Yeah, I mean, he was pretty much unable to just join the qualifying because his internet connection was probably pretty garbage. So yeah, there's quite a bit of lag involved here. Wait, Matti is now behind Yapsinio as well. So the two McLarens have swapped positions on the straight, it seems. Don't know if Yapsinio has better pace overall as well, or if it was just a conscious team decision to go by. Oh my, and Domi, don't know where it happened, but something happened. Let's see. Seems like he has spun out on the way somewhere, and there's another. Fortunate for Bike Ops that he didn't spun there. I think we will head over to Chris, as Chris is closing up the gap between himself and DNH, so it's likely that we're gonna see a move sooner or later, as Chris's pace was superior in qualifying, and his tires should be superior as well. In addition to that, he is getting some sweet little DRS and slipstream now. A little bit of a lockup through to 1. But ultimately, we're fine. And by the way, completely missed that, but wait, who was Pete? Ah, yeah, of course, Simmons. Obviously, Simmons had to pit, and is now no longer P1, so that makes it an AlphaTauri 1-2 at the moment, with the Red Bull of Chris pushing past NH with ease, apparently, to take that P3. I think we're gonna sit... What are the penalties like? I will not have a look right now, because I think we have some promising racing ahead of us. Chris is on fresher tires than everyone else around him, and should be able to catch Harashun and Meshik somewhere along the next laps. So we will take the penalties by surprise. Is this finish actually as close as it looks? I think pretty much everyone has got at least one penalty. There have been quite a few for quite a few players. I don't know for whom exactly, but as said, we're gonna see at the end. I will not sacrifice screen time for the race for the sake of going through the penalties right now. Well. Simmons... Wait. Actually, yeah, we will not see a fight between the AlphaTauri, most likely, as they will try to care to preserve their positions. Excuse me. As Simmons, though, is gonna be pushing up to Fabian. Simmons, of course, on fresh softs. Don't mind that 18 laps, because it's garbage. Oh! A bit of a tap. Let's have a look on that front wing. It is still intact. And I assume that's gonna be overtaking maneuvers down... Oh, thank you, Grado. Down the main straight. I mean, Fabian Game has DRS as well, but Simmons is quite a bit laggy. Will not come close enough to go for a move anyways. Okay. Oh my god. Fabian just gone. I don't know if there was contact, because I literally can't judge if Simmons is inside another car or another, like where he is right now. Pretty high glitching around. Give thanks to the sneeze. Okay. Well, fortunately there is no safety car at least, so we will have 3 more laps of exciting racing at the top, as Chris has just closed the gap to the 2 AlphaTauri to potentially go ahead, as Simmons has made a daring overtake through Sector 3 past Matti, and will likely have a look at Yap sooner or later as well. But I think this battle is gonna be the one to watch for us here. We unfortunately can't take too much weight on that Simmons Yapsinia battle, as that should be very one-sided, with Simmons on fresh softs and Yap on mediocre hards as well. Chris, purple sector 1, doing quite well there. I think the overtaking opportunities might be over for him here. Oh, Simmons is way too far away from Yapsinia as well, though. Oh, and Dummy with the fastest lap, actually. Fabian Gaming into the pits. Back to Chris. Bicorp's ability to finish 9th is astonishing. Yeah, it's the consistency. Consistency is key. Gary Gunn might get him sooner or later, I'm afraid, as he has good tires now and it's gonna be pushing up. But yeah, Simmons is now basically, let's jump back there real quick. I ran a little bit wide, but has the inside line for the following turns. Seems like he went past and not through Yep, so actually getting past on track. Back to Chris though, as this is a battle for P1, 2, 3, and we only have 2 more laps to go, so I'm excited where these three can go. Harashun, of course, has the great advantage of having DRS as well by his teammate Meshik up in front, so it might be a tad easier to defend for the AlphaTauris. Garrigan just got passed by Corpse on Sector 3 into the bus stop chicane. Corpse still back in the leads, don't know how long he can hold on though. And yellow flag as Ferrari spun there. Might have been Bicorps, was most likely gonna be Bicorps. Hope he has no front wing damage, otherwise he's potentially gonna drop out of the points with Domi approaching on softs. Fresh softs, if I may add. That, well, Harashun is not now ahead of Meshik, as I think that's gonna be a strat for them to swap drivers in this lap, and then the very last and next lap that's coming up, they're gonna do the exact same thing the other way around. So Harashun is gonna let Meshik by with the DRS, so they don't concede a place to Chris. Chris, though, still has 5 laps, fresher tires, and probably gonna have a very good chance of going by at least one of them. Sector 3, of course, not that easy to overtake. Meshik is pushing up to Harashun. They'll have to care to not collide with each other. Ooh, deep dive. And Chris a little bit wide. Locks up massively. If he got himself some front wing damage there, that's basically over for him. As we head into the final lap. Harashun and Meshik managing their lead quite well so far. It's gonna be the last chance for Chris on this very straight coming up after Urush and Redillion here. And Meshik gets DRS, goes towards Harashun, and they build up such a big lead. So much better through Urush and Redillion for the AlphaTauri than for the Red Bull. Yeah. Still, Chris is very close behind. One tiny mistake by each of the drivers and he can go through. We've seen here, even though that Chris locks up, he gains so much time in the turns, as I think 15 lap old softs are basically on the end. Radion, or what? Do you want me to pronounce it French or Spinala by Chris? But he keeps it on track, and I think he might still be able to defend P3. Let's jump over to Dan, who's coming up behind now. Old mediums versus old softs by Jack, actually. So let's head over there. Radijo. I don't know, like if I would pronounce it French, it is Radion, most likely. All English commentators call it Redillion, so I will just do the same. And Meshik wins this race as time penalties put him ahead of Harashun. Chris secures himself P3. Probably would have been ahead if he just stayed behind the two AlphaTauri. And Jack actually securing that P4 due to time penalties by Dan H. It's gonna be Simmons in P6, Matti and Yepsenio P7 and 8, Garrigan P9. Bicorps is probably gonna be... Oops, that's the wrong one. 5-second time penalty. Well, yeah, Domi could have been getting points if he just went over the finish line normally. Anyways, I don't think he will care much as he comes in P11. Bicorps securing that 1 point. And Fabian Gaming, who's been screwed over by a bunch of incidents, will finish 12th. But yeah, congratulations Meshik, as I see you in the chat there. That was a very great drive by the AlphaTauri squad in the lead there. And yeah, Meshik taking that P1, followed up by Harishun. And Chris, of course, being the lucky third, smiling third, still so close to get high up in the podium. This race was a disaster. Huh. I guess. I guess you could say that. There was quite a bit of carnage involved every now and then. Overall, I'd say we've seen some great racing. And I am not entirely sure if we can avoid all the carnage. So yeah, Meshik in P1 and Chris in P3. The only drivers that finished without penalties. So respect for that consistent effort. And yeah, after the podium, Jack and Dan follow up by Simmons, who got to P6 after starting pre-last. Ipsini and Matti with quite amazing performances through consistency as well, to P7 and 8, followed by Gary Gunn and Bike Corps completing the top 10. Dummy Fabian Gaming, the last two finishers in P11 and 12, after we have 4 DNFs, or before we have 4 DNFs of Alex, Mikuhun, Garando, and Inferno Lewis. Got hit 2 times, spun on my own 2 more times. So sad. Yikes. Yeah, Red Bull on the podium. Yeet. Yeah, anyways, like, I am very sure that it was not the ideal race for everyone. It is, of course, like getting warm with the game again, getting warm in the league again, preseason stuff, you know it. And it was a very entertaining race for me to cast. I hope you all enjoyed the race per se, and we will announce something of a live draw tomorrow or something. That's gonna happen during the week, so stay tuned for that. And adios, amigos.